Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new day. It's Friday morning, 10:30 almost, and I'm going to Quick Trip to get those 5-pound bags of potatoes for 99 cents each because I'm making a pot roast in the oven today and I'm out of potatoes, so going to get that. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to be moving the living room furniture around so we can make a spot in a corner for the Christmas tree. We were going to put it in front of the window, but that's Gypsy's area, where if she hears trucks or somebody outside, she goes to the window and barks. So we don't want her jumping on the tree. So yeah, I'm going to do that today, make the pot roast, other little stuff. So yeah, welcome to my day, and let's get started. No. All right, everyone. So I want to go ahead and get my chuck roast prepared to cook in the oven as a pot roast. So I'm making a pot roast today, but I'm doing it in the oven today rather than a slow cooker. Glenn likes it in the oven. So, sometimes I do it in the slow cooker, sometimes I do it in the oven. So this time I'm going to do it in the oven. So right now I'm prepping my chuck roast. This is 2.67 pounds, so between 2.5 and 3 pounds. So I've went ahead and rinsed it down and patted it dry, both sides. So you want to do that first. And then, so now it's dry, I'm going to go ahead and put seasonings on both sides. And then I'm just going to let it sit for about a half hour, 45 minutes, just till it comes to room temperature. So, all right, so I'm going to throw seasoned salt on there. I'm going to put some pepper. And some onion powder. Those are my three go-tos for my seasoning. I don't usually use garlic powder unless it's for garlic bread. So, and I'm just going to pat all this in. All right. I'm just going to kind of dip the sides with the stuff that falls down. All right. And I'm just going to do the other side now. So yeah, it's not even noon yet, and I really want to get this done and get in the oven. And if it gets done early, it gets done early. I don't really care, as long as it's made. So my reasoning making it early is because I want to get started moving furniture around in the living room. And once I get started with that, I don't want to have to stop to come and do this. So I need to get both done today. All right. So that's why I want to get it done early. All right. So now we're just going to leave this alone and just let it sit. And all the seasoning should start to just soak into the roast. All right. So we're just going to leave it alone for about a half hour or so. Hey everyone, so while I'm waiting for my chuck roast to just sit at room temperature, I wanted to go over something. I need your help. So I have a couple of things to ask of you, and feel free not to do anything, but it's just me asking you. So a couple of our subscriber friends are in I know a lot of you are in bad places with health and such, but I wanted to ask for prayers for a couple of people. One is Erica. Erica has been in and out of the hospital for some time now. From what I understand now, she's back in the hospital. I don't know if she's sick or she got hurt, but If you could say prayers for Erica, that would be greatly appreciated, and I'm sure Erica would appreciate it as well. The next person I wanted to ask for prayers for is Vanessa. Vanessa is a friend here on YouTube, and she's become a friend, and we communicate back and forth through Facebook Messenger. But Vanessa, um, and I haven't talked to her about doing this. I'm just asking for myself for her. If you could say a prayer for Vanessa, she lost her dog 2 weeks ago, and it was a sudden loss. The dog was 13 and a half years old. Her dog was Choker Bud. They were best friends. She's had him the entire 13 and a half years, and she is so distraught right now. It was a sudden death, um, and I won't go into detail because I haven't talked to her about talking about it, but she's in a bad place right now. She's distraught. Um, so if you could say a prayer for Vanessa, so to help her heal, and right now I'm just giving her the time to heal. Um, what happened was I didn't hear from Vanessa for a while, and she was one that posted her cooking on Facebook. She lives off grid, so she posts a lot of that on Facebook, and she did that every day. But then all of a sudden I didn't see anything from her, and I didn't see any comments on the videos or get messages, and I normally got that. So I messaged her and just asked if she was okay, because I just wanted to see if she was okay, and she let me know about Choker Bud. And yeah, so she's in a very bad place right now, and if you all can pray for her healing, I would greatly appreciate that. Okay, so the next person, so a subscriber, Danette, reached out to me, probably, I don't know if it was over a month ago, and she asked a favor of me, and I'm asking you for your help in this. As I said, please feel free not to if you don't want to. But Danette's mom is in assisted living, and Danette's brother passed away about 3 years ago, and ever since then, as the holidays come around each year, her mom gets really depressed. And her mom was one that loved to receive Christmas cards, but since she's been in assisted living, she doesn't really get anything at all except bills. So Danette had asked if I could ask you, our community, if you would be as so kind to send her mom a Christmas card. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Um, I'm going to send one. I'm going to make one and send it to her. I'm going to leave her mom's name and first initial and address where you can send a card in the description of every video until the end of the year. Okay, that way if you get around to sending it late, if you do want to send one, you can send one. But yeah, if we can just lift her spirits as a community, I think she would be so happy. And I think Danette would be so happy as well. I think this will touch her. And so if you want to join me in sending Danette's mom a Christmas card, I'm certainly going to send one. And so I'm asking for your help to lift Danette's mom's spirits up this Christmas, and so she can receive a bunch of Christmas cards as she loves to do. She loves to receive the cards, so let's help lift her spirits and send her some Christmas cards. So don't forget to check the description below. In every video I'll have it up until the end of the year. Her mom's name, or the initial of her last name, and where you can send the card to. So yes, and if you send one, thank you so much. Thank you. And if you just say a prayer for Vanessa and Erica and even Danette's mom, that would be greatly appreciated as well. So yeah, let's come together as a community and lift her spirits this Christmas. Okay, everyone, so the roast has been sitting for almost 45 minutes, and I could see that the seasonings are just soaking in there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sear it. So we're going to cover it in flour. Okay, so we're just going to cover this thing in flour, and I've got some olive oil heating up right now, and we're just going to sear both sides. And I'll probably hold it up at times to get the sides all seared up as well. You just want to lift it and dip it in that flour on the sides so they get floured up as well. I know not everybody might not do this, and sometimes I don't do this all the time, but it really does bring out some flavors. All right, so now I'm just going to wait for my my olive oil to heat up, and we're going to get this thing seared and put in the oven. And we're gonna, when I put it in the oven, I'm going to put it in by itself with no vegetables for about the first hour or so. Now, as I said, this is like 2.67 pounds, so it's not going to take that long to... All right, so let's see how this looks on the other side. Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and turn it over. So once this side's done searing, I'll just lift it up on its sides to get the sides seared also. Okay, everyone, so I want to get all this up, so I'm going to put some beef broth in there and just start scraping this stuff up, and we're going to put this over the roast. All right, so let's just go throw this over the roast. That way we have everything that we seared up, all those flavors, and pour them over the roast. Okay, so before we pour that over the roast, I'm going to take just a pack of that Lipton onion soup mix and pour it over here. And now we're going to pour this over. There, now we got all those flavors that we seared up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is throw some beef broth in here. Right now I'm going to put 2 cans. And now I'm going to put this in the oven by itself for about an hour or so. And meanwhile, I'll cut up the potatoes and potatoes, carrots, and onions. And then after an hour, maybe a little bit more, we'll put the veggies in. And then if I need to, I'll put in another can of beef broth. But what I'm going to do also at that time is make a slurry so it thickens up the gravy. But we'll see how it does meanwhile. All right, so I'm going to get this covered up and thrown in the oven. All right, everyone, so it's been just over an hour that I put this in the oven, and it looks so caramelized there. It looks so good. I think I'm going to add one more can of beef broth just to get some gravy in there. And because the cans I'm adding are smaller than the normal, I think they're 14-ounce cans. These are smaller. So I'm just going to add another can. That way there's enough gravy. And I made a slur. So I'm just going to put the slur in to thicken up the gravy. And we're just going to mix that around. All right, so now we're going to add in our onions and potatoes and carrots. So we got our onions. I cut a couple of the onions up. And let's add our potatoes and carrots. I'll check it again in probably about another hour or so. See how it's doing. And if I need to add more gravy. All right, so I'm going to throw it back in the oven and we'll check it again. All right, everyone, so it has been just over another hour and 15 minutes, so a total of about 2 hours and 20 minutes or so. Looks so good. And actually, I could put the spoon right through here, but I think the potatoes are soft. Fork goes right through them. Oh, just broke in half. Yeah. Carrots, soft, broken half. The meat just tore off, but I think it could be a little bit softer. I'm going to put it in for about 20 more minutes or so. I'm going to taste it though. Oh, the gravy thickened up pretty nice. Oh, it looks so good. Smells good too. That is so good. I think it's pretty soft enough. All right, everyone. So here is the pot roast, and it is delicious. I'm gonna have some. Well, I took Glenn his and made him some butter bread, but that's gonna be good dipped in that gravy. This is got to be the best pot roast I've ever made, and thank God Glenn said make it in the oven because he's always liked oven made pot roast, and I didn't grow up on pot roast, so I didn't know. But this is so good. Oh my gosh, best I ever made. I'm so proud of myself. Oh, there's plenty for tomorrow, and I think a Christmas movie is calling, and I'm gonna go watch it while I'm eating. And I'm not done with this video because I still have work to do in the living room. So stay tuned. All right, everyone. So my original intention was to continue on with the work I wanted to do in the living room by moving the furniture around. But by the time I ate and it started to get late, and I knew I had to edit this video so I can have it ready to go up in the morning. So I didn't want to start the living room, otherwise, it was just going to be half done. So I'll just do that tomorrow, But what I did instead, because I do have to go to the grocery store tomorrow, I just made out my grocery list. So you'll have a little grocery haul this weekend. So this is where the video ended. I didn't record anymore after this. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This pot roast was so good, so delicious. But thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. I truly appreciate all the support. And with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.